Where on earth is Carmen Sandiego?
Someplace in New York to stay until the Emmys.
Where in the world is Carmen Sandiego staying? Hello, nurse.
You may be one of the most successful businessmen in the world, Malcolm Avalon, but that won't keep me from a little acquisition I'm interested in tonight.
El señor Avalon no saldrá más esta noche.
Todo está asegurado. Yo voy a la caseta por unos cafés.
Forget steak tartare, boys. Tonight, it's a Carmen Sandiego special, steak car.
Tranquilos, muchachos, solo es el viento. ¡Rex! ¡Dinamita! ¡Paren! Seguro que es el conejo otra vez. ¡Rex! ¡Dinamita! ¿Dónde están?
Espera, los veo.
That will give me 1 minute until the system detects my override. Timer set. You have 60 seconds.
¡Juan! ¡Los perros han encontrado algo!
The world's finest sculpture collection won't miss one stolen piece. You have 30 seconds.
Es Carmen Sandiego.
¡Rex! ¡Dinamita! ¡A la casa!
You have 15 seconds. It's beautiful. You have 5 seconds. Mother?
¡Rex, no! ¡Los perros! ¡Me estoy ahorcando con esta cuerda! ¡Ay, ay, 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 ay! ¡Aquí está! ¡Deténganla!
Could I have just tried to rob my own family?
Moments ago, world-famous thief Carmen Sandiego broke into the home of millionaire industrialist Malcolm Avalon, but mysteriously fled the scene empty-handed.
You're losing it, Carmen.
Thanks to the quick work of private security guards. And reclusive millionaire Avalon had no comment. So I guess we'll never know what Carmen was after. And now, this.
Maybe he'll comment if I actually steal whatever she couldn't.
But how you gonna figure out what she was really after, Lee? I mean, if Carmen Sandiego couldn't steal from this guy, how are you gonna do it?
Blow off figuring out what Carmen went there for. I'll just take everything Avalon's got. Then I'll have whatever it was.
But that's impossible.
Nothing's impossible.
No one can...
Stuff a sock in it, would you? Yeah, the time's definitely right for Carmen to retire and Lee Jordan to step up to the big time. So long, Carmen.
Up and Adam, wake up! Code red, ooga! Warning, Will Robinson, get up, come on, wake up!
Chief, what's with the emergency wake-up call?
We're talking a doubleheader last night, Ivy. 2 scenes of the crimes uglier than, well, Zach's summer camp picture here.
Nice.
1. Carmen Sandiego broke into Malcolm Avalon's estate, where she stole nothing, nada, zip, zilch, zero, the big goose egg. 2. Meanwhile, at the same time, another Acme turncoat.
Hey, Lee! We busted him last year.
Well, he broke out last night and was robbing his way through New York City.
We'll split up, Chief. I've got an old score to settle with that loser.
Not so fast, Gumshoes. Carmen is the top priority. Seems after visiting Avalon, she paid an after-hours visit to the Library of Congress in Washington, D.C.
Oh, that place is way cool. It has over 28 million books and pamphlets you can...
Survey says time for a recount, bud. And hold on to your card catalog, Dewey Decimals. Carmen stole every book and document filed under the letter A.
What?
And they all mysteriously showed up here in San Francisco on what you might call a bluff overlooking the Golden Gate Bridge.
I just don't get it, Zach. Why would Carmen steal all this research material from the Library of Congress and then just abandon it?
Yeah, think of the overdue book fine she'll have to pay.
Why here? Why bring them to this particular spot near the Golden Gate Bridge?
Abstract art, Academy Awards, Abigail Adams. At least we know whatever she's going after has to begin with the letter A.
Zach! I thought this place looked familiar.
What's up, sis?
Player, infoscan Acme case files for the time we discovered Carmen had been orphaned as a child.
Ivy, this is where Carmen stole her old orphanage the night before it was going to be torn down, remember?
Yeah. Think she stopped here last night because she was taking another trip down memory lane?
Maybe whatever she was looking up also had something to do with her mysterious past.
Player, bring up a clue buster grid and hurry!
We know Carmen tried to steal something from Malcolm Avalon, but she didn't get away with whatever she went after.
Which is very strange to begin with.
Then she stole everything listed in the A card catalog at...
Whoa, hold on! Zach, Avalon begins with an A.
Whoa. You think Carmen stole all the A information for background stuff on millionaire Malcolm Avalon?
Come on! When have we ever known Carmen to leave the scene of a crime without getting what she went after?
Carmen did a little research and she may go back for whatever she missed last night. Player, C5 us to Malcolm Avalon's estate in Argentina.
Get ready to rack up those frequent flyer miles, Cluebirds. You're on your way from San Francisco, California in North America to Buenos Aires, Argentina in South America.
Not pom-poms, Edith.
Argentina's most important agricultural zone is an enormous fertile plain called the Pampas.
But Argentina's not just a lot of wheat and cattle, Chief. Its capital is one of the world's coolest cities, Buenos Aires.
Exactamente, Ivy. And Buenos Aires once sported one of the world's longest city names when it was established back in 1580. Ciudad de la Santísima Trinidad y Puerto de Nuestra Señora de Virgen María de los Buenos Aires. Whoa, the zip code must have been pi.
Who's there? Marguerite. What kind of sick joke is this?
That's a picture of your wife, isn't it, Mr. Avalon?
Who's there? Show yourself! Carmen Sandiego!
Let me explain. Stop.
Where did you steal this?
If you sit down, I'll tell you. I did some investigating last night and learned some sketchy details about your wife and daughter. It must have been hard losing them.
Almost 30 years ago. Marguerite and my beautiful baby girl went with me on a business trip to San Francisco. They stayed behind at the hotel. I got word there was a fire. I raced across town and... No! I lost everything I cared about in the world that night. This locket was a gift to my daughter. Where did you get it?
I've had it for as long as I can remember. The director of the orphanage where I grew up says I was wearing it when a policeman found me wandering the streets in San Francisco. I was 2 years old at the time, and I have no memory of my mother and father, but is it possible I somehow escaped the fire that night and you are my father?
If my daughter had lived, she would have grown up smart and brave. Never a thief and coward who runs from the law like you. I don't know where you got this, but you never got it from me.
It's Carmen!
You weren't invited, detectives.
Drop it down the tree, Ivy!
Uh-oh!
Ivy, hang on! Ivy!
What is the name of an enormous fertile plain in Argentina? The vast fertile plain in Argentina is known as the Pampas, from a Quechua Native American phrase meaning flat surface or plain.
Ivy! Hang on! Oh, man. If it wasn't for the Wright brothers, we wouldn't be in this mess.
All I gotta say is pretty smooth, Zach.
Just call me Agent 00 Zach. Danger is my second language. I can say all the words that cause others to tremble. Do not enter. Caution. This vehicle makes wide turns. Do not remove this tag under penalty of law.
So there's no way Carmen could possibly be your daughter.
Carmen Sandiego is a thief. It would take a lot more than this locket to prove she escaped from the fire that night almost 30 years ago.
Does Carmen really believe Avalon is her dad?
If she does, she must be taking it really hard being disowned by him like this.
Well, don't break out the hanky just yet, Ivy. After Carmen eluded you and the Boy Wonder, she dropped this clue in downtown Buenos Aires.
Hey, look!
Oh, I can't wait. Open it up. Open.
Zach and Ivy, be prepared. My next theft, a mother doubled.
What's she mean, a mother doubled?
A mother with 2 offspring?
Or 2 mothers?
Player, info scan famous mothers.
Okay, you got your world-famous Mother Goose, a collection of popular tales that first appeared in print way back in 1697.
Oh, get off my back, huh?
And a mother who had so many children, she didn't know what to do.
Chief, we're looking for some kind of mother Carmen could steal.
Well, why didn't you say so? That's a goose of a different color. How about California's Motherlode, a gold mining region in the Sierra Nevada foothills? Or Whistler's Mother, the popular name for this painting by American artist James Abbott McNeill Whistler. And yep, that's actually his own mom.
Wait. Carmen's clues sometimes point to a geographical location.
Yeah, like New York City is known as the Big Apple, and the Mississippi River is sometimes called Old Man River.
Are there any places known as the mother of this or that?
The largest river in Europe is
the Volga River in Russia,
which the Russians sometimes refer to as the Mother of Russia.
Ivy, Last time we were in Volgograd, Russia, we saw that World War II memorial.
With Europe's tallest statue called Motherland.
A 270-foot-high statue of Motherland located near a river that's considered the mother of Russia.
I'd say we might have just found our mother doubled, little bro.
Player, C5 us to Volgograd, Russia.
Okay, globe hoppers, strap on your water wings and aim your compasses northeast. You're headed from San Francisco across the Atlantic Ocean to the biggest country in the world, Russia. Heat up the samovar and kick back with a good novel because Russia is famous for its long winters.
And famous for some wonderful long novels, too, like War and Peace. It's about these 5 brave families surviving the Napoleonic invasion of Russia, written by my all-time favorite Russian author, Leo Tolstoy.
Thanks, Ivy. That explanation was almost as long as the book. Whoa, Leo, buddy, easy on the ink. We're not paying you by the word. Hey, paraphrase, okay?
Call for backup, sis.
Uh-huh. I thought danger was your second language.
Yeah, but sometimes chicken liver's my middle name. What are we gonna do with a grapple rifle and emergency boat flares?
Just follow my lead.
Carmen! Glad to see you, Ivy.
Now you see me, and now you don't.
Hey, with me!
The net, Zach! Fire the net!
Ivy!
What is the name of this painting by James Abbott McNeill Whistler? This painting is commonly called Whistler's Mother because it's the mother of the painter, James Abbott McNeill Whistler.
And so world-famous thief Carmen Sandiego is finally arrested.
Do you have any comment, Carmen?
A comment? I just want my father to know I believe the greatest thing about human beings is their capacity to change. And I hope he agrees.
She does have your willful determination, Marguerite.
¿Qué es lo que quiere?
Lee Jordan and friend to see Mr. Avalon.
Don't trouble yourself. We got the gate.
Knock, knock. It's a party for your adrenaline.
What in the name?
Wow. Nice place you got here, Avalon. Very impressive numbers. Your millions are gonna help me create a criminal dynasty unrivaled in the annals of crime.
Here's to Acme!
A root beer toast to the greatest Acme detectives in the world.
Ah, and Carmen Sandiego being behind bars where she belongs. Incoming Acme hot tip. Wow, nobody deserves this much fun in one lifetime.
What is it, Chief?
Well, it seems you're gonna have to capture Carmen all over again.
What?
What are you talking
Wait
about?
a minute.
She was being processed through a Russian jail when news broke over the TV that Malcolm Avalon had been kidnapped.
Is that the guy Carmen thinks is her father?
She escaped from custody and was last spotted heading north up the Volga River.
She could be anywhere by now, Chief.
Any info on Avalon's kidnappers?
Lee Jordan. What's the connection?
Wanna bet he and Carmen are headed for a confrontation even bigger than they had the last time?
And I got a hunch we should check out their old stomping grounds.
Player, C5 us to these coordinates in Switzerland.
Interesting story, Daddy. And if Carmen is your daughter, then I just hit the mother load.
Game's over, Lee. Let Avalon go.
Wrong, Carmen. The game has just begun.
Don't do anything he says, Carmen! People can change! Be strong!
Some people change, but not you, Carmen. You are gonna use your great thieving skills to steal me anything I want in the world. Or you'll never see Daddy again.
Attention, Acme agents! You know Carmen cases are always immense, huge, gigundo. But her latest caper is so big, we had to file it under... Ah! It's coming towards us! Last time, Carmen broke into the home of millionaire Malcolm Avalon, where she accidentally discovered an exact duplicate of a picture she'd always thought was her mother. Could she have found her long-lost family? Then, wonder of wonders, she went off and stole all the information cataloged under the letter A in the Library of Congress. But Ivy deduced...
Think she stopped here last night because she was taking another trip down memory lane?
Player, C5 us to Malcolm Avalon's estate in Argentina. Carmen did a little research and she may go back for whatever she missed last night.
My daughter had lived. She would have grown up smart and brave. Never a thief and coward who runs from the law like you. I don't know where you got this, but you never got it from me!
Discouraged dads and delinquent daughters on the next Oprah. So, Zack and Ivy chased Carmen off before she had a chance to reconcile, and almost lost their own lives in the bargain. However, their doggone, dogged clue dogging paid off in a big doggone way when they finally captured Carmen during one of her all-time biggest heists. Attempting to steal the mother of all statues, the motherland statue in Volgograd, Russia.
We did it, sis!
But just when you thought it was safe to take a Mother's Day off, along came ex-Acme hotshot gone bad, Lee Jordan, who kidnapped Carmen's father. Woo, stay with me now. This case has got more twists than a 60s dance contest. When Carmen fled custody, the stage was set for a major showdown in Switzerland.
You are gonna use your great thieving skills to steal me anything I want in the world. Or you'll never see Daddy again.
Let's get ready to rumble!
Here's a list of everything I want. Don't disappoint me, Carmen.
If anything happens to Avalon, I'll hunt you down like the animal you've become, Lee.
Well, well. If it isn't an Acme reunion, allow me to supply the liquid refreshments.
Player, access the C5 car.
I was absent the day we did tree jumping at the training academy.
Incoming!
All right.
There she is!
At this rate, we won't catch her unless she runs out of gas.
Which we might just be able to arrange, little bro.
Whoa, sis. If you think I'm cable climbing up to siphon her tank, you're nuts.
No need, Zakaruski. There's an automatic siphon called gravity.
What? Desperate times call for desperate measures, eh, detectives?
Yeah, we got her now!
Carmen!
Oh! Ivy, look!
It was a smart move, but not smart enough, detectives. Concentrate on the clue and we'll meet again soon.
Zach! Carmen left a clue!
Well, since she broke out of jail right after Lee kidnapped her father, my guess is Carmen's challenging us to stop him, not go after her this time.
I don't know if we'll be stopping anybody. This clue makes no sense at all. Okay, let's go over the clue again.
Ivy, we've been over this thing more times than the winner of a leapfrog contest.
Don't go looking inside your country. Its name is something not allowed.
Clear. Info scan, what, things that aren't allowed?
Okay, you're busted. Put your customs in the air, everybody. This is the International Behavior Police. Everybody has different behaviors, depending upon where they live in the world. In many places, you're not allowed to burp at the dinner table.
Chief, move on. I doubt Carmen could steal a burp, or would want to.
Ivy, what about this part? Don't go looking inside your country. Info scan things that specifically are not allowed in our country.
Okay, now cows, those things that go moo, used to be allowed on city streets here in America before modern traffic came along. But in India, where cows are revered as sacred, they are still a common sight on city streets today.
In the US and Europe, people shake hands when they meet. In much of Asia, bowing is the preferred greeting. Face it, Ivy. As cool as they are, it could take days to go through all the cultural differences around the world.
Kakyava!
Hey, Tatiana, what's up?
I've been on a case tracking Carmen's associate Honolulu from the Florida Keys up the eastern seaboard of the U.S.
You think it's got something to do with Carmen and Lee Jordan?
Well, suddenly Hana hooked up with another group of henchmen here in Washington, D.C., and more keep arriving every few minutes. I think something big is up.
In Washington, D.C.? But Carmen's clue said don't go looking inside your country.
Maybe it was to throw us off track, little bro.
Hold on tight, Tatiana. We're on our way.
Player, C5 us to Tatiana's coordinates in Washington, D.C.
Log in the C5, Globetrotters. You're zapping from the shores of San Francisco Bay to the shore of the Potomac River in America's capital, Washington, D.C., where the D.C. stands for District of Columbia, not direct current. I like it! Get tough, gumshoes, cause it's easy to get distracted with all there is to see in the city named for its founder, our first U.S. president, General George Washington.
Hey, Chiefski, you gonna pass around quarters so we can all play video games?
Nope, Ski, but you can thank George Washington for helping to establish the first U.S. Mint, where some of your video game quarters are actually made today.
Hey, Chief, didn't I read once that George even donated some of his wife Martha's silver to open the mint?
Yep. They melted down her prize tea service for some of America's first coins, or so the story goes. Wow, incoming coins!
Ivy, I've now spotted at least 20 of Carmen's henchmen in the area.
Any sign of the lady in red herself?
She arrived, and they all split up in different directions.
Hop in. We're about to get an American Eagle Eye view from the top of the Washington Monument.
Ivy, couldn't we just take the stairs instead?
Not when the windows are 555 feet up, little bro.
Oh, man!
Spot anything, Tatiana?
One group of henchmen moving south. Another group passing on Pennsylvania Avenue. More on the Potomac River.
What could Carmen be after that would take this much muscle?
Oh, please don't let it be the Washington Monument while we're on it!
Whoa! There! It's Carmen!
Hang on! I'm locked in on him!
The Smithsonian Institution!
She's hit this place before.
all these museum buildings to pick from, she could be anywhere.
She could be anywhere, but my guess is she's there.
Man, this place is crawling with henchmen. You've been unplugged, Carmen.
You! What are you doing here? The clue I gave you wasn't for this crime.
We know.
We?
Now, Ivy! Ivy! Hang on! Ivy! In America, we greet other people by shaking hands. What's a common greeting in Japan? A common greeting in Japan is to bow. Ivy! Player, the C5 car! Hang on, Ivy. I'm coming.
Carmen, I got trouble!
Here goes nothing.
Uh-oh, hang on!
No! Busted, big guy! Now that's teamwork.
Over the last 72 hours, Carmen Sandiego and her vile henchmen have perpetrated a series of thefts unparalleled in the annals of crime. After getting away with the Hope Diamond in Washington, D.C., she proceeded to London, England, and stole the British crown jewels from the Tower of London. Then it was on to Tokyo, Japan, to abscond with a priceless samurai sword. Next stop, Los Angeles, California, where she stole the most valuable baseball card in the world. Then in Paris, France, Carmen fled with Leonardo da Vinci's famous painting, the Mona Lisa. These, along with a dozen simultaneous heists carried out by her henchmen, have world officials estimating Carmen's thefts to be totaling close to $700 million in losses. What will she go after next? And who can stop this one-woman crime wave?
Stop her? The Lee Jordan Home Shopping Channel has just begun.
Yeah, but when are we gonna hit the streets, Lee? I mean, you got Carmen stealing all the good stuff. I'm bored.
All in good time, Cruiser. We're about to break the $1 billion mark in items Carmen has stolen for me. That money will allow us to outfit a team of super crooks no law enforcement agency in the world can stop. Then you can say goodbye to your daughter, Avalon. If indeed she really is your daughter. Once and for all.
Come on, little bro. Every Acme agent around the world is working overtime on this disaster. We gotta stop Carmen.
Ivy, Carmen and some of her henchmen were spotted near Shanghai, China yesterday afternoon.
China? Huh. Wonder if there's anything about that clue she gave us that has to do with China.
It must mean something. We just have to figure out what.
Don't go looking inside your country. Its name is something not allowed.
Why is side underlined?
Huh. Maybe she doesn't mean don't go looking inside your country, but don't go looking in your countryside.
Well, if you don't go looking in the countryside...
You'd go looking in a city.
That narrows it down some, I guess.
Okay, now a city where something is not allowed. But we've been over and over this a dozen times already.
Ivy, what's another way to say something is not allowed?
It's against the law?
Or it's forbidden.
Exactly. As in Beijing's famous Forbidden City.
Lee, that could be it!
Alert Acme worldwide! We'll need all the backup we can get!
Turn in your dollars for yuan, crime bucks. You're on your way from San Francisco, California, to the capital city of China, Peking.
Hold on, Chief. We need to go to Beijing, not Peking.
Hey, you say Peking, I say Beijing. Beijing, Peking, they're one and the same. Peking to foreigners, Beijing to the Chinese. Whatever you call it, Gilligan. Strap on your best hiking shoes, because at 100 acres, nearby Tiananmen Square is the largest public square in the world. Big enough to fit more than 75 NFL football fields.
And the Chinese aren't even that big on football.
Although, I have it on good authority, don't ask me who, basketball is becoming a favorite sport among kids in China.
Zack, the Forbidden City.
Yapola. This little hideaway was once the home of the imperial families and considered to be the very center, or navel of the world. I wonder if that's where lint comes from.
Chief. Well, since it's now a museum, it's a perfect target for Carmen Sandiego.
Lee Jordan.
So, you finished my list, Carmen. Bravo.
Now release my father.
Nope, not just yet. I still have one more job for you. Something you should find challenging. Destroy Zack, Ivy, and the entire Acme Detective Agency once and for all.
Zack? Never.
Then you'll never see your father.
Carmen!
We gotta get Avalon!
Stop them!
What's the name of the large public square in China that's big enough to hold over 75 football fields? Peking, China's Tiananmen Square is the largest public square in the world and is big enough to hold over 75 football fields.
We gotta get Avalon!
Stop them!
Now would be a good time for that Acme backup!
You know how I despise weapons, Lee? Afraid you can't defeat me with your wits?
I'll win any way I can!
How you doing? See ya. Wouldn't want to be ya.
Bashir, rock and roll!
Find Lee Jordan.
Zack! Ivy! Swing towards me!
She's crazy!
We've got to get him to the roof!
Hang on to him, Zack!
I'm trying, sis!
Heads up, Carmen! Say hello to the new king of crime. Where in the world is Lee Jordan? Has a nice ring to it, don't you think? I do.
Daddy!
Get Carmen!
She's outside! Get her!
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
Who are you?
There she is!
Get us an ambulance on the double!
see, there is no joy in Mudville. You have struck out. Take a seat.
And so, Chief, we returned all the items Carmen stole for Lee.
Was Avalon her father? That's still the unanswered mystery in this whole thing.
Well, the doctor says he'll be fine. But the amnesia he suffered from the fall wiped out selected parts of his memory.
Like everything that happened on this case, huh?
Well, I doubt Carmen will ever try to get close enough to him again to find out what he really does remember about her. If he really is her father after all.
So I guess you'll never know for sure if Avalon's your father or not, huh, Carmen?
Don't be too sure, player. I have my ways.
Go way back to your childhood. Try to remember who gave you this locket. Was it your father? Your mother?
No one is giving me the locket. I'm finding it on the ground.
So, Avalon isn't your father then?
But wait, if I'm picking it up because I dropped it running from the fire, Avalon could still be my father. But maybe there are just some things we're not meant to know for sure.
Yeah, and marbles don't float in ketchup, so what?